Well, good evening from the Ramsey Ranch, and obviously what you thought was going to be a Bigfoot Philly Cheesesteak review at Bigfoot Philly Cheesesteaks is not going to be that at all. There's a reason for that. Christy and I went there with the intent of doing a Facebook feature for Facebook. We were not going to vlog it today. We were going to consider going back. We'll have the story about that in just a little bit.
But first we need to try.
We're going to try the food for you, but there is a story behind this, so stay tuned for that. We are starting out with Christy's, which she has the mac and cheese as her side. She has the regular cheesesteak, which is steak, onions, and whiz, and that is the 6-inch.
All right, I am gonna try mine first. Mine is the classic Philly with cheese whiz. And I also got the mac and cheese as an additional side. It does not come with the sandwich. There are no sides with the sandwich. So this is supposed to be the 6-inch Philly cheesesteak. A little disappointed with how little toppings is in this in comparison to things I've seen online.
It's quite a bit of bread.
Yeah. Well, I really wanted to. It's just bland. There's not much flavor going on here. I do taste a little of the onion. The cheese whiz. Cheese whiz is typically salty.
Yeah.
And I'm very sensitive to salt. Y'all know that who watch this channel, and I don't hardly taste any salt. So I'm not sure that's actually cheese whiz. Just saying. Could be. It could be cheese whiz, but it's just not salty. To me, when I think cheese whiz, I think a salty kind of cheese, which would enhance the more bland seasoning on the meat. Mm-hmm. So this is their 7-cheese mac and cheese, which we have seen so many people raving about, and it does look really good. It's creamy.
That does look good.
Oh. Okay. Can you taste that? I want to know your opinion, and this is the first time I've ever done that. Oh.
Well, tastes like cardboard.
There is a taste in there that is not right. I love cheese, and I make several.
Hang on, let me just.
There's a sharpness that is the cheese, but then there's an underflavor that makes me feel like garbage. I don't mean garbage. I don't know what I mean. Like sour or rotten.
It does. It tastes like cardboard. It's like wet It's like wet cardboard.
Seriously, there's a foul taste beneath the sharpness of the cheese.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is.
Do you taste something different?
No, I'm not sure. First of all, I mean, I can see that obviously there's cheddar in there. I thought once I got past the broiled part on top.
I'm sorry. That is just not good. And I love good mac and cheese, and I will rave to the high tops about good mac and cheese. I expected to love the mac and cheese.
Okay. So my side is it smells like sour cream redskin potato salad. What I'm supposed to have there is the Bigfoot Philly Supreme 6-inch, which is supposed to have provolone, onions, green pepper, mushrooms, and American cheese, and then I was supposed to add beer cheese. Instead, it is just steak, onions, and beer cheese. Well,
Wow.
I'm gonna break into the potato salad first.
That sour taste is, I need a drink. Hopefully that's good. Praying your experience is better than mine.
That is very bland as well. There's no salt, no pepper.
This is how
I
we
can taste
do
a little chive.
at home, y'all. We just
I can
share.
taste a little chive. Taste a little bacon.
Okay, so for me, that's not too bad. It's not bad.
It's not terrible, but that's just it's kind of bland.
To me, again, I feel that sourness. Whatever, I know there's sour
Well, that's
cream.
sour cream. It's sour cream
but
potato salad. I know what that is.
It's a different kind of sourness that I'm tasting in both of these things.
I don't like
Almost
the texture.
like a not fresh sourness.
I don't like the texture of the potatoes because they've almost done it like a boiled scalloped.
Okay, but what I'm tasting is almost like a not fresh sour in both the mac and cheese and the potato salad, and I don't mean that, but that is what I'm tasting. Unfortunately.
Okay. Here's where it really gets tough for me because this is supposed to be the Supreme. There's supposed to be peppers. There's supposed to be onions, which, yeah, there is a little bit of onion in there. So what we're missing is the mushrooms, the peppers, the provolone. You can clearly see there is no provolone there. And if you look, this bread is not even really toasted. It's just,
smack.
look at that. There's nothing but white there. And then it's kind of flimsy on the bottom.
Toasted? See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So here's the other thing too. When we got these, this is how they came. They came laid out like this in the box, not foil wrapped, nothing like you would think a Philly cheesesteak. As a matter of fact, in other videos that we have seen of their Philly cheesesteaks, they're all foil wrapped. Now this is supposed to be a pound of meat.
Yes, their website.
That's actually what their website and their menu says.
Nearly a pound of meat.
Just on the 6-inch.
On the 6-inch.
Because how much was this sandwich?
$14.99.
$15 for a 6-inch. And if it had a pound of steak on it, I would understand that.
And can I just say something? I measured that sandwich. It's about 4 1/4 inches. I mean,
but we weighed it.
5 1/4 inches.
But we also weighed it because you can tell clearly there is not a pound of meat on it. And we weighed it with the box and all.
Okay, so we weighed it box and all on the food scale, and I'm going to show it here on the
without
screen.
the potato salad.
And it's 9.6 ounces with the box.
Yes.
So where is the other 7 ounces?
Almost half a pound.
7 ounces?
Where's the other half pound of
It's definitely not there.
meat here?
Anyway, try it. Maybe it'll redeem itself. I hope so. I really, truly hope so, because anybody who watches us knows that we love supporting small business and we hate negative reviews.
This is rough. Yep. I'm upset anyway because it's not the right order.
Look how tiny it is, truly. That is just not...
Well, if you can look at that.
Okay, so we have watched... Go ahead and try it and I'll talk.
We did come home and watch other reviews.
Well, we watched reviews before today. And I'm going to tell you, everybody who had sandwiches from there, who are other vloggers and whatnot, had these big, fat, overflowing, giant
I'm going to take an actual bite.
sandwiches. And ours are definitely not that. So, come here, Mo. Does the beer cheese taste like beer cheese?
No. That literally tastes like nothing.
I know. You want to taste mine? Seriously.
Well, you basically have you and I have the same thing.
I know. But my cheese is
Well, you try mine.
supposedly whiz.
You try mine
I know
and
cheese
tell
whiz
me.
is saltier than that. I just don't like it.
It's just not
It's
good.
bland.
Yeah, it's just not good.
It's tasteless, y'all, and I'm not joking. It's tasteless. Well, I guess the chicken's got food for a few days because I'm not eating it. Bland. Bland. That is so bland. There is no flavor.
Yours had a little bit more flavor with the whiz, but
if that's even
even that whiz is not salty.
I'm not convinced that's actually Cheese Whiz, like the brand. Because I know Cheese Whiz.
Anyway. All right.
Okay, so this is a hard review.
This is very hard.
Here's how this went down. We have been wanting to feature for the 4th of July week all-American foods in the Smokies. We have heard that Bigfoot Philly Cheesesteaks is the best in the area.
Yep. Authentic.
Authentic. And so I said, well, we pick up some cheesesteaks to go home on our way home from a job. And we'll do like a Facebook feature and put pictures up and, you know, kind of review the food that way. Those of you who are on our Facebook know that we sometimes do that and make a reel, like a short video.
Yeah.
And, you know, those of you who know us know one of our best main things besides sharing Jesus and the Smoky Mountains and great food is supporting and promoting small local businesses. So this is right up our alley.
Yeah.
We love that. I was excited. So,
Yes.
of course, you all know I do a lot of the filming for the most part. And so I went in and I filmed a little around, and I'll show some of that on the screen here. I filmed it vertically because it's was supposed to be for a reel. So, sorry it's not wide, but so I went and filmed. You know, it's got a neat building, and they've got a koi pond and like the carved bears, and there's like an antique and oddities type store in the building. And so I walked in, and I walked up to the counter. I knew what I was going to order, and I placed my order, and I said to the man, could I have mushrooms on the whiz? And he said, oh no. I was like, oh, okay. So then I ordered Brooks. I ordered him the Supreme, and that is what we were charged for, which is supposed to be a pound of meat and peppers, mushrooms, onions, provolone, and then American, and then I
added beer cheese.
Asked if I could add beer cheese
because that's what I wanted,
and he said yes. So I was like, okay, no mushrooms, but he can have beer cheese. Cool. And so then as he's ringing me up, I proceeded to tell him, I said, we're local vloggers. We have a Facebook following and a YouTube following, and they enjoy watching our food reviews. So we want to promote your business. Not asking for anything, not expecting anything. Truly just a thank you or, hey, that's great. Whatever.
And letting him know that you were filming.
And letting him know that I'm filming, of course, because, you know.
There are places that don't want you to film.
So he literally at that moment cuts me off. Didn't even give me a chance to finish what I was trying to tell him. And this is the person at the register. This is not the owner. I don't know if the owner was even there. He said, oh, have you heard of the so-and-so person on TikTok with 4 million followers? Yeah, they were here, and we didn't even know who they were or anything, and we didn't know nothing. I was like, oh, well, we're not that big, but hey, that's great, you know. So I was like, okay. So I waited for 5 minutes. I sat down at one of the tables to wait. Noticed the tables had not been bussed or wiped off, possibly in a while, even though there was like one other person in there with me, sitting and eating at that particular moment. And I wasn't eating there, so I was like, whatever. And got our food, got back in the car. We had left already to make another errand stop, and while we were running the errand, Brooks kind of looked at his sandwich and said, is this mine? I was like, yeah. He's like, this ain't mine.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not what I ordered.
Keep in mind, we're 45 minutes away from the place at this point.
So he called. They did say they would make it right if we would come back, and it's like, well,
we're 45 minutes away.
45 minutes away.
Yeah.
I wrapped the sandwiches in foil as soon as we got home and put them in the warm toaster oven so they would not lose any of their integrity, and they haven't. They're exactly as we
just like we picked them up.
Matter of
fact, they were better because you did put them in the toaster oven in foil, which is something they did not do.
No.
Every review,
they would have dried out.
Every review that we've ever seen from this place,
except one,
had the sandwiches wrapped in foil, and that did not happen here.
In a box.
And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. These were literally just thrown together in a box, and mine was completely
and handed
open.
To us. So,
and it just, mine clearly, I mean, matter of fact, I think Christy's is actually a little bit bigger than mine, and mine was the Supreme.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Now here's the thing.
It's not good. It's nasty.
We paid.
Okay.
What did we pay?
The bill was $44 and change before tip, and then I added a $6.14 tip, so it was $51 and change total for 2 5 1/4 inch sandwiches that are supposed to be 6.
And 2 sides.
And 2 sides.
No drinks, no nothing.
Nothing. $51.
Yes.
Dude,
yes.
He could have took me out to lunch almost anywhere for that.
We could have taken another couple
it had
to Roma.
Good food.
We could have taken another couple to Roma.
Oh yeah.
For lunch.
We could have went to lunch at Roma, 4 people for that kind of money.
For that
at a
same
sit-down
price.
restaurant with delicious food.
And that's insane to me.
This is unacceptable, and this is nasty.
I don't understand it.
Tastes like vomit.
Sorry, but it does. It's just not good.
And I'm not mean, I'm not nasty, but I am real. And I am honest. So I need to talk about the TikTok person who they didn't say was on TikTok. They gave me the person's name, and I was like, I've never heard of them. I don't know, So I actually had to Google the name and Bigfoot Philly Cheesesteaks to find out what it was, and it turns out it's this person on TikTok with 4.2 million views.
Followers.
Whatever. I don't go on TikTok. I'm not a TikToker at all. I don't do TikTok. But
that's my department.
This person was the most vulgar, disgusting, mean. She wasn't mean. She was just crass, raunchy in her language, which is disgusting.
Well, what did he tell you though about her?
But what he told me is that they didn't know anything about her, and it just showed up. And it went viral, and this and that and the other thing. I was, we're not going to go viral. And we don't care about going viral.
So when we looked it up, though, what did you find?
What did I find? I found a crass, rude, nasty woman.
Right, but we saw her.
Her order, she was back in the kitchen filming. Okay.
With the owners.
With the owners and whoever. Let me just tell you, as social media influencers, vloggers, whatever you want to call us.
Who work with businesses. You typically arrange to go film back in a business's kitchen. Yep.
So the fact they didn't know nothing about her or this or that, and I'm sorry, but I don't believe that.
Well, you just don't let anybody back in your kitchen.
And the Philly cheesesteaks they sent her home with were like,
3
she
times.
did get the big one, but it was massively filled.
They were 3 times the size of what we had here.
I decided to go ahead and go on Google and read the reviews and say, this can't just be my experience. And I did. And I'm going to show on the screen here some of the pictures of the quite full Philly cheesesteaks other people have gotten. But I think what struck me the most about Google is there's been in the last month or so a lot of 1-star reviews. And most of them came from people who saw a viral TikTok video.
And they went and
wished they had not wasted their money, and felt violated like I do. I feel violated. $50 for a 5 1/4 inch sandwich is not 6. And
not even half a pound of meat.
Vomit mac and cheese. And the potato salad might be the slightly only redeeming quality, maybe. I can get still better other places. Yeah. So, yeah, maybe TikTok has gone to their head. I don't know, because they literally brushed me off like no one.
Well,
and I'm not anyone, but the fact that I wanted to promote their business, I didn't ask for anything. I didn't expect anything except an acknowledgement or thank you.
Well, the fact that you wanted to promote the business, the fact that we wanted to promote the business, and they still didn't even put out their best product, and his answer to me on the phone was, well, we're just so busy.
There was one person in there when I was in there.
Well, if you're that busy, then you still need to make sure that quality control happens. I mean, Gordon Ramsay has how many restaurants? He doesn't let, subpar food go out.
It's just...
You just can't do that. And I will say that there's another place here
just not good.
In the Smokies that went TikTok viral, and not just TikTok, but Guy Fieri promoted them on Food Network. I'm talking about English Mountain Trout Farm. When they went viral, they didn't go, well, you know what? We're too big for our britches now, so we're just going to put out whatever we want, and they don't care. They didn't do that. Quality of the food is still the same, and they've actually upgraded their facilities there. So, you know what? I would just expect others to step up the same way and do the same thing.
Well, I wanted to really say, okay, well, maybe the food will redeem itself after the service was not exactly what I would call great, but it's putrid.
And the price is just crazy.
We paid $51 with a tip, a good tip, in my opinion, for someone thinking I stood in line to order, and they handed me a bag. Yeah. So I still gave them a tip, and this mac and cheese makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't know.
And this cheesesteak has absolutely, the only flavor that's redeeming in it at all is the onion.
I didn't even taste that.
The steak has no flavor, and if that's Cheese Whiz, well, my name ain't Christy, so. Because Cheese Whiz is typically pretty salty, which is why it tastes so good on the steak, usually.
Right.
So it's maybe a generic Cheese Whiz. Okay, so if you folks at Cheesesteaks, not cheesy, I wish y'all were Cheesesteaks. Let's just talk about Cheesesteaks for a minute. That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, but Cheesesteaks, we have a video. They're closed now.
Yeah, they are now closed.
And they were such a good place, and the food was always...
The food was amazing.
They had standards, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Come back, Cheesesteaks.
Yes.
If you folks at Bigfoot Philly Cheesesteaks are watching, and if you care at all, you may not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go back and redeem all those 1-star TikTok reviews that kind of sounded like they had the same experience we had here, because I know it isn't just us now.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
And I'm saying to any of you out there who are coming and thinking about it, I mean, you might reconsider and go somewhere else right now.
Now we're going to be on the hunt for a good Philly cheesesteak in our area. So if you actually know of a really good Philly cheesesteak, let us know.
Because this is unfortunate. We wanted to enjoy this, and we wanted to do a great Facebook feature. Why would we go
and give a negative opinion of something that was great? We don't do that.
Well, we actually did not intend this to be a vlog at all. We were simply going to do the Facebook feature, show the reel, and just promote the business. That is exactly what this started out as. And then we realized it's just so
bad.
We're like, no, this needs to get out.
Unfortunately.
This needs to be told.
Unfortunately.
You know what? There's good and bad all the time.
Yep.
And that happens.
We've been told, oh, you never give a negative review. Well, this is probably the most negative review we've ever given.
Yeah.
Sadly. We don't want to spend money on stuff that's crap. That's what's in those boxes is crap. We'll be saving it and giving it to our chickens.
Moreover, I would hate for somebody to come here who's saved up all year.
Yeah.
To come on vacation and spend their money on that. Because, I mean...
If you want good mac and cheese, there's a lot other better places. Puckers off the top of my head. Puckets, sorry. Puckers isn't open yet.
Puckers is not open yet.
Puckets. It has great mac and cheese. Philly cheesesteaks, I'm going to probably tell you almost anywhere. It's going to be better than this.
Yeah, this is just not good. Sorry guys, we know this is a lot different than what we normally do, and we don't like to do this, but it's one of those things where
somebody
just had to get out.
TikTok viral, and they've decided that
That's good enough for
It's
them.
good enough for them, and people are coming in and spending money, and we're gonna give out vomit tasting food. Which
less than
literally
quality.
that sandwich has zero flavor.
Yeah.
And that mac and cheese to me tastes like puke.
There's nothing to it.
Does it not taste like puke?
It tastes like wet cardboard to me. That's just my
I
thing.
don't know. It's just
The scalloped potatoes are weird in the potato salad.
I almost gagged. Okay, and that's really hard for me.
Which is why you have that out.
Okay, so we have a new fork. This is the black fork of shame.
Black fork of shame.
And unfortunately,
Stick a fork in it.
stick a fork in it, it's done.
That's done.
It ain't no golden fork. It ain't even a silver fork. It's
Nope.
the black fork of shame.
Black fork of shame.
So, that's it.
Well, guys, that's all we've got for now. Hopefully we've got something better for you next time. But in the meantime, if you like the video,
Yeah, give it
give
a
us
thumbs
a thumbs up. There's not much to give a thumbs up here. We got to give this a big thumbs down
Yeah.
right now. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you know when we've got something bad to say or when we've got something good to say, regardless. And of course, make sure that you've hit that notification bell so that you know when we've got new content posted. But for now, here's Peachy.
Peachy says, "Hi everyone."
Peachy says, I wouldn't even feed that to my dog right now.
No,
Sorry.
I'll give it to the chickens. Over,
Yes.
over. Oh, it's Momo.
And there's Momo.
Monos.
Monos. So,
Everyone says hello.
yeah, they say hello. So, guys,
We're
we love
so
you.
sorry that we had to give a negative review. We hate it. We
Yeah, this is
truly
rough.
hate it. But I was
is
hoping
rough.
I would take a bite of that and say, okay, the food is good. You know, I can.
It
You know,
is
and
what it
we've done
is.
that before. We've overlooked some not great service when the food was good.
Yeah.
This, I just can't.
No. There's no redemption at the moment for this. So, in the meantime, guys, God bless you all. We love you, and well,
We'll see
we
you
can't
next
wait to show
time.
you what's next.
It ain't gonna be this.
No. Bye bye.
We love you. Bye bye.